Okay, so day 5, up the install of the Market Center of the Future here in Pembroke Pines, Florida. And what we did was start here with the podium. So right now there's a podium situation. This is going to get replaced with a high top bistro style, like 2-top table, so that it's more intimate, more of a coffee talk when somebody is actually sitting here presenting. And then what we have here, I'm calling this the wall connects, just short for wall connection. So we have speaker, mic, HDMI, and OSBot, because the OSBot camera that is attached to the house mini PC, the main system, I have on a KVM type switch so that the guest laptop can actually plug in and use the OSBot from their own laptop. And then these two USBs here are actually linked to the mini PC that's behind the confidence monitor, the presentation monitor, because it's mounted high and you don't have access to those USBs. So we ran extensions and put them here. So there is our confidence monitor, the presentation monitor. That is a 40-inch Vizio, 70-inch Vizio, 58-inch Vizio, and then we repurposed the projector that they already had. So all three of these are running on an HDMI splitter that is mounted back here. So there's our mini PC HDMI splitter, and the mini PC actually has two HDMI outs. So the first one is going to the confidence monitor for the presentation screen, and then it's running extended out of the second HDMI into the mini PC, so that all three of these are actually being duplicated as that extended display. And then this here is actually the USB 3.0 switch for the OSBot camera, so that when it's green, it's on the mini PC, and when it's blue, which nothing's plugged in right now, but if something was plugged into the wall connection, this would switch to blue. It actually switches automatically, which is nice. It will switch over to the laptop, and when you unplug it, it switches back to green. Okay, then if we have our laptop set up here, our presentation screen now becomes what's on our laptop. The native screen on the laptop is the presentation screen, and then the HDMI out from our laptop plugs in here, and that goes to the wall connects HDMI splitter, which then 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors are all duplicated from the extended display of the laptop. It is not possible to make the confidence monitor here in the ceiling, the presentation monitor. It's not possible to make that the presentation monitor from the laptop, and that's just because it is a hardware limitation in the fact that the native screen on any laptop is actually monitor 1, and anything that's plugged into the HDMI out on a laptop becomes monitor 2. So that would just double as one of these main screens. Okay. Then, as I said, we repurposed the BenQ projector that they already had. We did put in this mic array, which is an Acoustic Magic. It's actually been around since 2001, but it works fantastic. It's still a current model, and we just mounted it to the ceiling tile because it can then one, it's up out of the way, and it works perfect to pick up the room. It has kind of a 360 degree field, and you can actually tell as I walk around, you can kind of see the LEDs up there move. And what that's doing is it's detecting where the sound's coming from on the mic array and focusing all of the mics to that sound so it picks it up for more clarity. So it's great in a conference room this size and a training room this size. It's about 40 by 40. And it works great. The nice thing about having it on the ceiling tile, we actually mounted it to that first, then plugged it in so that we could adjust it. So if we find that this is not working in this kind of left to right configuration, then we can just turn the ceiling tile and see if it works better moving front to back through the room. So got that. This is awesome here. This is a Vibe presentation board. It is basically a 55-inch Android tablet, and it is amazing. It does screen sharing. It will actually work wirelessly as yet another monitor from the mini PC that is here. Great for like Zoom presentations to be an in-room co-host, because you can actually share that whiteboard as a co-host. So that's pretty cool too. And then you can see every monitor is labeled. HDMI 1 is for the mini PC, so that's the host system that's here mounted behind this presentation monitor. And then HDMI 2 is the wall connects. And so that's these connections here on this HDMI. And all you have to do is change all monitors and the projection screen from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2, and that will laptop that's plugged into the wall. Alright, and then there was another thing that we repurposed here. They actually already had a audio system for speakers and microphones. So this is a 2x2 drop ceiling mounted direct drop-in 4-speaker pod. These are actually pretty good systems, and the nice thing about them is you can add as many as you need. You just wire them in parallel, and you can put as many as you need in here. Right now in this 40 by 40 room, that seems to be doing the trick. Talked to the team leader here, Alfredo, and he seems to think that sometimes when this room's full, it could be underpowered, which is an easy fix because they can just order another one, and we can spread it out across the width of the room. And then back here, we actually, one of the first things I knew I was going to do was order a rack mount so that we could rack mount the gear. So this is the amplifier that controls that speaker pod, and it also has inputs. There's 2 mic inputs in it, running wireless microphones on that. And then the microphone and speaker 3.5 millimeter jacks that are in the wall connections are actually coming out here and running here. So we have 2 sets of them. One set is the wall connection, and the other set is actually going to the mini PC. So that's how we get the microphone and the audio running on the hybrid system and throughout the training room. And take a look up here. We can see, so most modern computers only have one 3.5 millimeter jack, and that wasn't going to work for us because we need to have separate connections for microphone and speaker because of, one, the way that the repurposed system was already designed. We wanted to lead with revenue and try to repurpose what we could. So that was an easy fix by using a USB right there. It's a USB. It's just a USB hub that doubles as a sound card. And you can see the microphone and the speaker are plugged in with 2 3.5 millimeter jacks. And then that now becomes a USB sound card, and we're not even using the 3.5 millimeter jack that's on the mini PC. And then same situation, that then comes over here, and we have those plugs. keeping it right here next to this. Actually made up two different lengths. So I have a 6-footer and a 3-footer, depending on how far away that table or podium will be from the wall connections. And then we just have them labeled. So M goes to mic, S goes to speaker, and then they plug into this. So this is a tiny USB sound card as well, and this is a USB-C version. Unplug that. And then this is the 6-footer here, and we'll plug this in. I need to cut that off. Let's pull that down. Okay, so speaker, microphone, and now we have a USB-A version, which is a USB sound card. You can see red is for microphone, green is for speaker, and we just plug those in like that, and then this plugs into your laptop, any laptop with a USB-A connection. And then same version here, USB-C, so this is good for Surface laptops, new MacBooks, any device that has a USB-C plug-in, that will work. And then here, we've actually got two different cables, just of different lengths, so that all of our cables kind of match up here. There's the two 3-foot cables, two 6-foot cables there. So this will actually allow us to plug in to the O for Ozbot, which will then let us plug into our host laptop that we would have right here. Plug that in, and the switcher for the Ozbot will automatically click over to blue, and that will allow the presenter with their own laptop to be able to use the house Ozbot camera. All right, and then this is just a USB-A to USB-C converter, so that will plug into any USB-A older laptops, and put that on there. And now we got USB-C for MacBooks and newer laptops. That comes off. And then our connections here, these bottom connections are strictly extensions from the mini PC. So this is the dongle that's running the wireless keyboard and mouse here, and then we have another one so you can plug in your own thumb drive if that's what you have your presentation materials on, or you could even plug in a Stream Deck here if you're used to using a Stream Deck to present, and you'll be able to use that for the mini PC. All right, I think that is about it. Obviously, just thinking of all the different gadgets and adapters too, running a hybrid system like this and being in the market center of the future, you want to try to think about newest technology. New MacBooks have HDMI or even mini DisplayPort anymore, so they strictly have USB-C. So this is a HDMI to USB-C adapter. So the HDMI would plug in here, and then the USB-C goes into the MacBook. All right, I do believe that is it. There's the Ozbot, as we talked about, just kind of give you a rundown on it. I'm going to put my hand out here like this, if you can see that. The light changes, okay, it flashes. And now if I move, you'll see that it's following me. Okay, it's following me. And then if I hold my hand up again, you'll see it changed and it has stopped. All right, that is it for this first installation of the Market Center of the Future. I want to thank all of my new friends and KW family here in Pines, Natasha Tello, the OP, the entire L5L group, Kina, the Agent Services Director, and of course my buddy Brandon Long, the MCTT of this and 4 other market centers, was a huge help for me, as well as Ariel Hernandez from Miami Market Center that came over here to help too. All right, guys, that's about it. Thank you, everybody, for your help. I appreciate it, and we'll see what we're going to do for the next one.